Hey, what is up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all crushing life, metaphorically and literally speaking, of course. Now, in the last video you guys saw, we went to Josh's shop, GT Auto Brokers, and we were looking at vehicles that we could exchange straight up or with a little extra cash for the Viper. We had some really sick options. We had the H2 SEMA build, which I'm gonna be honest, is super high on the list. We had that Trans Am that was super sick as well. I would love that. And the Chevelle, surprisingly comfortable. I could daily drive those cars. I want to be able to daily drive it because the Viper, the main issue with that is I can't daily drive it. It's too painful. It's small, if you haven't heard. Now, those cars are going to stay super high on the list, but we got to continue the search. We got to do our due diligence. So today we're going to look at two brands. One has a V12 and the other is super proper, both of which I never thought I would own at any point in my life, to be frank, but that's why we dressed up. We put on a polo, we got our nice shoes. We're gonna try to act respectable today. But before we jump in and rev up our engines, I gotta take a moment to thank today's video sponsor, Creatures of Habit, and talk about their flagship product, the Protagonist Superhuman Oatmeal. Now, this is not any regular oatmeal. There's several reasons that make this stuff special, the good stuff. One is Mrs. Burlacher approves it. Two, it's got 30 grams of protein to give you the energy you need to tackle life. It's got additional vitamins and digestive enzymes, so you don't have to worry about taking those vitamins every day, which can be exhausting. It's got it all right here, baked in, baby. Now, it's got a stellar probiotic for your gut health, which is what keeps you feeling good, and it tastes good, because I do not personally have time to eat gross tasting food. I'm not about that. If I'm gonna be healthy, it's gotta taste good. Creatures of Habit, they figured it out. It's also gotta be convenient and quick and easy. I gotta be capable of making it. This has that figured out as well. You can throw it in traditional hot water, microwave it, do it overnight, throw it into a smoothie or a shake. You're good to go. You're eating healthy again, and you're back on track, baby. You know, when you've eaten your Protagonist oatmeal, you know you're not gonna mess up 100% all the time. You know, the Super Bowl, all you do is eat garbage food. Well, I had so much garbage food left over, pizza and all that nonsense. I ate it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for days on end, and I was reverting back to my old habits. So what I did is I opened up the cabinet, I grabbed a packet of my Protagonist oatmeal from Creatures of Habit, had it for breakfast, and I got going healthy again. So make sure you hit the link below, and thanks again to Creatures of Habit for sponsoring this channel. Now let's go check out some fancy boy cars. Well. What do we have here? We got a nice Supra, that's clean. All right, we've arrived at Eurosport's Automotive, and I gotta clarify one thing. There's one reason only I did not bring the Viper, because there was a strong likelihood if I would be trading in the Viper for one of these three vehicles today. I've never driven any of these cars, but the want is that high that I would have been sincerely tempted. So I left the Viper at home in order to continue to do the due diligence, but I'm extremely hopeful, to say the least. So I've already been inside, talked to Rob. Here's Rob. Rob's with Eurosport Automotive. Check them out. They've got some sick cars, and we're gonna start off the drive with the Bentley Continental GT 2012. This thing's listed around 93, 94, and you guys know my price range is 50K to 100K. Trade in the Viper, come up with a little cash. This thing, I'm super excited. This is probably, of all the vehicles, the highest on the list, but I've never driven it, so I don't really know. Now, you guys know immediately one of the big factors that I have, one of the big issues I have with the Viper is the comfort level. And you guys realize I just climbed in, no problem, super comfortable. All right, we're rolling. First time in a Bentley, and I gotta say two things. One, I'm underdressed, so if I do buy this car, we're gonna have to up our game a little bit. And two, I feel more sophisticated, I feel more responsible, mature. It just feels right. Okay. We're not gonna keep up with the Lambos or the Ferraris, so we are gonna lose, but we're gonna be classier. I don't know if that's better, but we'll be something. All right, so this is a 2012, so one thing to keep in mind, there's no Apple CarPlay and the tech is a little outdated, but that's something that we're gonna forego anyways. Again, remember, the Viper's an 01, so we have zero tech. Okay, so Rob stepped out for a second. We just finished our test drive, and I gotta say, this experience is incredible. Very different than the Viper. Obviously, we're talking about totally different vehicles here, and I really like this view. I mean, could you imagine sitting here with this view? Also, legroom. We are we are so comfortable. We got so many ways to adjust the seats. Also, check where the key goes, right there. That's pretty sick. That's classy. And you just give it a little twist like that. She's off. You're good to go. Man, I could own this key. I could do that, definitely. Now, one thing that's ironic about this car, I don't know who you are or what you're thinking. The seats, they're beautiful. Like, I respect the quality here, but nobody's sitting back here. In fact, I feel like for demonstration purposes, I should show you guys. We're gonna try here. Ow. Okay. We're back here, but nobody is gonna be able to drive with me sitting back here. It's really nice though. It smells luxurious. All right, option number 2, Aston Martin Rapide 2012. Again, side by side to the Bentley. They're very comparable. The Bentley is much more girthy, we'll say, but the lengthwise is similar. This is going for around 80K. So this is about 13K less than the Bentley. All right, again, this is a 4-door Aston Martin, but it is a V12. Now, quick note, if you're sitting behind me, you're not sitting there at all. But I could, in theory, fit 4 people in there way better than the Bentley. Also, we gotta acknowledge the angle of the doors. They're not quite like the Shelby, but they definitely have a nice swoop to them. And then coolness factor getting in is not as slick as the Bentley. Bentley's a little bigger. All right, one of the cool things about Aston Martin ownership is the key. This thing is cool. Also, it goes in, it's unique like the Bentley. Push it in, we'll figure this out. All right, take 3. Oh, there we go. Okay, Rob's got the magic touch. Nice job, man. Appreciate you. Wow, this is a rough start, but it looks good. I like the view. The ride is as expected, not as smooth as the Bentley, which we know that, so that's not a surprise, but I'm just confirming to everybody what we already know, but it is sportier. It's hugging that corner a little bit better. So you would vote a Panamera over the Rapide, the Aston Martin?
I think I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I would.
But with a Panamera,
you just don't feel like you're driving a 4-door sedan.
But you don't get to say, I own an Aston Martin.
That's true.
Right?
It's very true.
So you're getting a worse experience to say the words Aston Martin. Is that what we're saying here?
That's pretty much what we're saying.
Okay. But it's pretty cool to say Aston Martin.
It's very cool to say Aston Martin.
Just sitting here, it feels right. But I don't know if it feels quite the same as the Bentley. This is nice. I don't know if I like the color of the wood here. The leather's a little bit different. I like the red in the Bentley, and this view just doesn't quite hit the heart. I think the Bentley's talking to my heart just a little bit more, which makes sense because it's the most expensive of the 3 cars we're looking at. But here's what's interesting. That H2 Hummer at Josh's is about the same price as the Bentley. What do you buy, the H2 or the Bentley? Also, the seat adjusts are in the center console, which is cool. I dig that. It's different. I could almost drive it right here. I could almost drive it. So what I want to do is I want to see if somebody could sit behind me if I were driving. All right, I don't even have all my legs in because all 2 of them, because I can't sit behind me. I don't know. I think only a small child would be able to sit behind me. So yes, even though there is more room back here than the Bentley, it's not much and it doesn't do you much good. You're effectively buying a 2-seater even though there's 4 seats. But again, we don't care that much about the back seats. It's like the Shelby. I have a back seat in the Shelby. Nobody sits back there. We don't use that. All right, so that's the 2012 Rapide, 80,000 or so. Now we have the 06 Vantage. Now, Rob, what would you get? The 06 Vantage or the Rapide?
Rapide.
Really? Okay. Yep. But that being said, you would get the Panamera back there over all of those. We know where his loyalties lie. This is gonna be interesting. This is obviously super sick, super cool, super sleek. I don't know if I can fit. Now, there's 2 factors here. One is to fit, and the other is to fit comfortably. Moment of truth. Oh, actually, this was easier actually getting in than the Rapide. I'm a little more comfortable. The tunnel here in the Rapide was in the way. It was constricting. This has a little more freedom. All right, so this key, it's older, right? This is 15 years old. This is, throw that in there, give it a twist, let it kind of think for a second, remember what it's supposed to do here. I think my bigger issue is I don't know how to start Aston Martins. Okay, Rob, you got the magic touch. Wow. I'm 0 for 2 on starting an Aston Martin. This is not a good start to our relationship, but I think you can go up from there. So this baby is a manual, which is totally different. But the nice thing is, look at that clearance, the knee clearance. I can actually drive this manual, which is exciting. Definitely, immediately you can feel the suspension is sportier. Oh yeah. This is nice. Oh, this is not bad. I already like this more than the Rapide, without a question. It has more room. That Rapide, that tunnel there,
Yep.
that was really constricting. Love here, nothing crazy. All right, so we're not gonna be beating the Lambos, but again, we know that's not what we're going for. It's not the fastest. But it's fun.
It's just sophisticated.
It's sophisticated fun. All right, so obviously this is by far the oldest car. It's still 5 years newer than the Viper, so we'd be upgrading. We don't have any more hard plastic, but it could use some TLC just from an aging standpoint. No digital screen, nothing like that, no backup camera, but it was fun to drive. I'm sitting in an Aston Martin thinking about buying an Aston Martin. Never in my life at any point did I ever think I'd be considering buying an Aston Martin or a Bentley. And again, the doors, they're not Shelby doors, they're not Lambo doors, but I like the doors. And what's most important, I can get out with somewhat ease. They're all low cars, I'm gonna struggle, but I feel like a better person getting out of that. All right, so here we go. 2006 Aston Martin Vantage, 2012 Continental GT Bentley, and a 2012 Aston Martin Rapide. Which one do I buy? Kyle, Rob, 1, 2, 3, go.
Bentley.
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 Even though you wanted to say Panamera. We know he wanted to say Panamera.
There's not a Panamera sitting here though.
Right? Did you know this guy has a problem with Panameras?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
The Rapide, I'm gonna save you all some comments. The Rapide is out. It just didn't feel as comfortable. But these two, that's a tough call. Look at them. Look at them. I was shopping for an Aston Martin or Bentley. Never in my life. I mean, they're sick cars. They're not Lambos, they're not Ferraris. We know that. We know that, so it's okay, calm down. But still, to think that I could own an Aston Martin or a Bentley, they're just so unique, so different. A Bentley or an Aston, man, that's cool. But now we gotta totally change our mindset and get back into a classic American muscle automobile, 830 wheel horsepower, carbon fiber wing. What a beaut. Again, we kept talking about the Aston Martin doors. They are not quite this special, but at the same time, they're a little more functional. The startup here, totally different, obviously. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, yeah. All right, they got the other cars inside already, but look at that. Look at that Aston. That could be mine, that could be ours. That'd be so cool. But enough of that, I got somewhere to go. We're gonna go. Oh my gosh. This car, oh my goodness. What do we got? AMG boy!
Let me top you off. I got a little extra.
Okay.
He's
okay,
a
great.
big washer fluid guy.
Yes.
He's a big washer
Yeah.
fluid guy.
So snacks are important, but real quick, FYI, I just test drove 3 cars.
Oh, did you buy one?
No,
Oh.
intentionally, but I drove an 06 Aston Martin Vantage,
Manual?
Wow.
manual,
Okay.
a 2012 Aston Martin Rapide,
Oh, whoa.
and
Yes.
a 2012 Bentley Continental GT.
Do that one.
Which one?
No, Rapide.
The Rapide?
100% Rapide.
I feel like the
Really?
Bentley fits you better.
Man
Wow.
Vantage.
You should get a GT3.
Did you guys get your nuggies? My digestive tract can take anything. We're fine.
Do you oil your beard?
Yes.
It looks good.
Thank you.
Just like.
Thank you.
Is that the WD-40?
It's been a long time since I've had
Did
all
you
3
just
of you.
oil that?
It is.
That's
glistening.
That's 5W30 right there.
Like in this light.
The viscosity?
Don't we have a party to go to?
that
Happy birthday, Josh. Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh.
Happy
Everyone comment below. Happy
birthday
birthday.
to-
Okay, we're going to sing.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, no,
I mean,
no,
I don't
no,
want
no,
to do
we're
a
not gonna
solo.
sing.
We're not
Okay.
doing a solo.
No, no, no.
Happy
We're just-
birthday to you.
Okay, cut. Happy birthday to this guy, the champion.
Thank you.
Okay, it is literally 1 a.m. in the morning. I do not stay up this late ever, but it was Josh's birthday. We had to celebrate hard with the boys. But the test drives today with those 3 cars was insane. It was mind-blowing. What a cool experience. And I'm definitely interested hugely in the Bentley and the Aston Martin Vantage. You gotta let me know in the comments below if I should buy one of those or if I should look at an R8 or consider that H2 or the Firebird. Let me know in the comments below, but I appreciate all of you. I wish you all the best of luck. Make sure you go crush it. Peace. I'm going to bed.